The New York Knicks finally have something that we actually haven't seen them display over the last few years. They might have had it, but it hasn't been on display on the court, and that's depth. They finally have a roster that isn't reliant on 6, maybe 7 guys. It's a full roster that, honestly, on any given night could probably go 9 to 10 deep if they want to, here with new head coach Mike Brown. That's something we haven't seen with the New York Knicks in a while. Even with Tom Thibodeau last year, the Knicks showed in the Eastern Conference Finals they had a solid bench. Landry Shamet comes into the Eastern Conference Finals against the Pacers and plays good, solid minutes. But guess what? Nobody had seen Shamet in extended minutes until that series. The Knicks are finally having a full-fledged bench, and Mike Brown is going to have the opportunity to use them because they are going to be a unit. Well, second unit, of course, but a very big force to be messed with here in the Eastern Conference as the Knicks are vying to go to the NBA Finals. This is the Knicks team that finally, in the last 20, 25 years, it's NBA Finals or bust. We know about the stars. We know about the starting 5, the starting, 6 maybe if you throw in a few names. Whether it's Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, Cat, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Mitchell Robinson. We got those guys. We know about them. They've been proven. They proved it last year in their playoff appearances. Let's talk about the other guys that they added this summer. Jordan Clarkson, a bucket getter. When you think about bucket getters, you think about Jordan Clarkson. I know some of his numbers on the Jazz, you might say, well, maybe efficiency isn't there or field goal percent. Well, he was on a bad Jazz team chucking up shots. With the Knicks, he's going to have a defined role coming off the bench. Also, you got to look at players like Deuce McBride. Deuce, at times, in the second unit last year, was the only player on the Knicks in that second unit coming off the bench who could create his own shot. It felt like there wasn't a lot of create your own shot abilities coming off the bench for the Knicks. That's where Jordan Clarkson comes in. It's like, hey, the starting unit doesn't have it. JC, go get us a bucket. And guess what? He can do that. Whether it's mid-range 3, get to the rim, Jordan Clarkson can do that. And again, he doesn't need to be going off for 18, 20 points a game. No, he can get you 12 points a game, 12 to 14 points off the bench. And that might be even a little much, man. Maybe in the 9 to 11 range off the bench. And you love that with Jordan Clarkson. Gershon Yabusele, I'll get the name right before opening night. Don't worry. Incredible. I think having him as a backup for Mitchell Robinson, down low with him, Cat, Mitchell Robinson, because Mitchell Robinson, unfortunately, at some point he's going to get injured. I've watched the Knicks long enough to know at some point Mitchell Robinson will be injured. Yabusele is going to come in, and he's going to provide good minutes, and he can stretch the floor, which I like. You bring back Landry Shamet, who I think deserves it. He had a very good Eastern Conference Finals. He's a 3-and-D type of player, can lock up, provide you good minutes, and then you go out and you get Malcolm Brogdon. You sign him to a 1-year deal, 32 years old. Malcolm Brogdon, another guy that can play defense. People wonder, with losing Tibbs, are you going to lose stuff defensively for the Knicks? Looks like they're trying to, hey, we're going to have defenders on this team, the Knicks are saying. Of course, they're going to have to get rid of somebody, and I see a lot of people, and myself included, probably think it's going to be Tyler Kolek, which is unfortunate. I've become a big Tyler Kolek fan in just his year with the Knicks. I thought behind Jalen Brunson he was going to learn. Summer League wasn't great, but he had showed out last year in his limited minutes and with the G League. I wasn't worried about Summer League, but with the guards that the Knicks have, it's probably going to be Tyler Kolek shipped out. If they can find a way to keep him, I wouldn't be mad at all. But unfortunately, it might be Kolek. I like Paco Daddier and Ariel Hukporti. Those are 2 young guys that, if they're on this team and say they're, not shipped out to make room for Brogdon, those are 2 guys. Hukporti, I think he can come in, whether it's a random game in January, and provide good minutes. Daddier, he's a little bit of a project, I don't think. This year, he's not going to come in off the bench this year and, earn minutes right off. But between his time in the G League and, some minutes in the NBA, I think Daddier can become a guy who's shown a 3-point range, 3-point stroke. I think Daddier could be a contributor eventually. I don't know. I just think with the Knicks, obviously they are championship or bust heading in to this next NBA season. They have the team. This is the team, bringing back Landry Shamet. There was talks about Ben Simmons. Okay, I enjoyed Landry Shamet's time in New York. I think that's a good signing. And then getting Malcolm Brogdon. Again, I don't know the usage, how Mike Brown's going to regulate everyone's minutes and stuff, we'll see as the season progresses and everything becomes official, seeing what Mike Brown plans to do with this team. But there's no excuses for the Knicks. They finally have depth, something we haven't necessarily seen from the Knicks teams, obviously. Maybe you could make the case that Thibodeau didn't use the depth they had, but Knicks, no excuses. This will be exciting upcoming season. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Knicks and their preview for this upcoming season. It's been Backman Sports. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, like this video, comment your predictions for the Knicks below. Much more content coming soon. That's all I got for you. Peace. I'm out.